What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement, and we are back here in the basement. Today, we're going to jump in to do the real-life Hanson Brothers, the real-life slapshot movie on ice in the UHL, known as the Danbury Trashers. Who are the Danbury Trashers? We'll get into it. But first off, I'm Johnny Basement. Please hit the subscribe button, the bell notice, and the like button. Drop some comments down below, which is where you'll also find the link to this video so you can watch it in its entirety without me yammering away. The Danbury Trashers truly are, and were, I should say truly were, they existed from 04 to 06 in the UHL, the United Hockey League, which also doesn't exist anymore. It was absorbed by the East Coast Hockey League. But we're not here to talk about the UHL and its history. We're here to talk about the Danbury Trashers, who existed from 04 to 06. This team brought a Hanson Brothers mentality to the ice. It was started and purchased by James Galante, who named the team after his waste management business. So Trashers, garbage can on there, tough guy stuff, that would sum up why the logo is the way it is, named after a waste management business. There you go, the Trashers. And why were they called that also? Because they trashed you out. They brought the fire, they brought the realness, they brought the toughness that blue-collar workers bring. They brought the toughness to the other team. That's what they did. Paul Newman played Reggie Dunlop in Slapshot, and what he did was create an environment and went after what the average fan wants to see. I'm a diehard New York Rangers fan, okay? I love the game of hockey itself. I can watch an entire hockey game without a fight, and I wouldn't care. If I see great goaltending, great defense, great shots, and pure skill out there, that's okay with me. But your average casual fan is going to turn on a hockey game to see what? Fighting. That's what they want to see. Fighting and hard hits. And when James Galante turned his ownership of the team over to his 17-year-old son at the time, AJ, that is what AJ envisioned. That's what he went in there with. This documentary is on Netflix if you'd like to check it out. The Danbury Trashers documentary, Netflix. Check it out so you can see a lot of the things that I'm talking about right there on there. But anyway, AJ was 17, saw that, envisioned that. What do fans want to see? Fighting. That's what your average hockey fan wants to see. Fighting, hard hits, that's going to draw in crowds. And what did the Danbury Trashers do? Exactly that. They signed up a bunch of tough guys, a bunch of enforcers that went out there and made you worry that we're playing the Trashers, what, tomorrow? No, we're playing them in 2 weeks, and I'm still worried about playing the Trashers. It's the mental game, the whole game that Mike Tyson used to defeat his opponents with before he even stepped in the ring. Had him thinking about him. Had him wondering how he's going to get knocked out by a Tyson uppercut. Well, the Trashers brought that Tyson uppercut. That's what they brought. Shout out to Section 102. Anybody watching this that sat in Section 102, those are the true diehard Bring It Real fans of the Danbury Trashers. The team brought in, AJ brought in guys, 3 former professional hockey players. Wayne Gretzky's younger brother, Brent Gretzky, played on the Trashers. Mike Rupp, Stanley Cup champion Mike Rupp, played on the Trashers. Ruben Nador played on the Trashers. These are 3 former NHL stars who played on the Trashers. And big honorary shout out to Brad Wingfield, the biggest, baddest dude on the Trashers. That guy, what we're going to see here in his opening fight, that guy's leg was broken by Josh Elzinga of Kalamazoo, one of the teams that Elzinga played for. Took a dirty cheap shot on Wingfield, broke his leg the previous season. Wingfield was probably told he'll never play again. He had a foot-long metal rod in his leg, multiple screws, months and months and months of rehab, just to come back and pay this dude back. Now, if you guys think that this team was just some team that fought and couldn't play, wrong. Their first season, they did make the playoffs. They did lose in the playoffs, okay? Their first season, they were physical and got in the heads of the other teams. The second season, the Trashers went all the way to the finals. They did lose to Kalamazoo, but they weren't just a team of fighters. They played real hockey. They played real hockey, won real hockey games, and brought the fear and intimidation that teams should bring. Brad Wingfield, just so you guys know, in that second season, it was in 20 games. He had 176 penalty minutes in 20 games. That is unreal. That is boss. 176 penalty minutes in 20 games. What? Shout out to Brad Wingfield for your recovery, your determination to come back and pay back a dude that tried to take your career away. Slew footing is what Elzinga did. For those that don't know what slew footing is, it's basically taking another dude's legs out from under him when he's not paying attention. It's like a cheap shot. It's a sucker punch. And that's what Elzinga did. It's basically a sucker punch, except he took his legs out from under him. Took his legs out from under him. Broke the man's legs. So what we're going to see is well-deserved. Well-deserved. When he paid him back against Kalamazoo. Brad Wingfield. Danbury Trashers. Let's get into this video. Let's get into this right now. Let's bring it, guys. Let's go.
From the near circle, face-off is controlled by the wings. Martin behind the net leaves it for Ruminadur up the near side, held in at the half wall by Donnie Grover. Backhand to the
there
corner.
You go.
Coming away, and now we've got some action going on. Elzinga and Wingfield are tied up in front of the Kalamazoo net.
Get him,
got
Brad.
a line brawl. Everyone is pushing and
Get
shoving.
Elzinga for
Joel
a
Martin, the
freaking cheap
netminder,
shot.
getting into it as well. The linesman trying to come in and separate as Danny Stewart got sucker punched. Elzinga grabs Wingfield from behind. His entire sweater comes off.
Look at Elzinga. Look at Elzinga holding on to his life, trying to pull Wingfield's jersey over him because he was scared. He didn't want to fight him.
And now Elzinga and Winger are going in the left wing corner. Winger, big uppercut.
There he is. Bang, bang, bang. Well deserved. And
Josh Elzinga
drops him. Oh, my
gosh.
gosh. And you see him drop him into there? Look at that. Look at the way he's pounding on him, picks him up, dumps him again. That's anger from cheap shotting me with slew footing the last time we met, man. That's ridiculous, man. Of course this is payback.
Cuts on Elzinga, takes him down, and he's punishing
look,
Josh Elzinga with a
boom,
series of
man,
rights
there
to
you
the
go.
head.
Bang,
Another
bang, bang.
takedown, and
Elzinga
Wingfield going bananas here at the Danbury Ice Arena. They can't restrain him right now.
Just not for nothing, not for nothing. But that's a lot of anger and frustration from another man trying to take your career. And most guys that throw sucker punches, slew footing, cheap shots, I'll get you when you're not looking kind of guys. Look how scared he was when we had to face Wingfield straight up, mano a mano. Straight up. Now we're face to face. Now what do you got, Elzinga? See what I mean? Guys like that, they're suckers because they run. This dude here didn't want to fight him straight up. Didn't want to fight him straight up. Tried to ruin the man's career.
Now, 367 days of frustration and fury being pounded.
367 days. You hear the announcer that Wingfield had to wait to get his payback and rehab. Big shout out to Wingfield for becoming the man and fighting through the injury and fighting through the rehab and getting back on that ice and redeeming yourself against the guy who cheap shotted you.
On the face of Josh Elzinga.
And look at him, he's not done yet. He's not done yet. Love it. All the linemen are on Wingfield. They're not even really near Elzinga because they know he wants nothing to do with it. When you watch him skating away, who are they skating with? The linemen, who are they skating with? They're skating with Wingfield, not Elzinga. Wingfield, because they know Elzinga is a punk and he's not going to do anything unless he can cheap shot somebody. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Look at him setting up, lining up. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. There you go. There you go. Get in there. Get in there. Get on him. This is smart marketing by AJ. Smart marketing. You're selling the average fan fights, and that's what started packing this freaking stadium out. This arena out. Arena out. Why did that word happen? Because we're in the basement. That's why. You can't get any lower in the basement. So mistakes happen. Arena. That's how you sell it out. Big shout out to AJ for envisioning this, seeing the fighting, and seeing what sells. Let's go. That's marketing smarts right there. And McGrasty, here's another one. McGrasty in there. He fights a lot too. These guys can go. Look at that pound. Boom, 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 boom. Southpaw, love it. The dude on the other team's missing a lot of shots. Brown, he's missing a lot of shots. Grassy's laying it on him, man. Look, and talking. He's laughing at Brown like, you ain't doing anything. What are you doing? Nothing. You're doing nothing. You're doing nothing. That's right. Brown's doing nothing. Rassy just talking trash. That's right, just talking trash.
As Bill Vandermeer's line comes in to take the face off for the Richmond River Dogs, and we're going to
look at the face off to square off. Look at the face off to square off, man. That is freaking classic. Look at this.
As Bill
face off.
Vandermeer's line comes in to take the face
off
for the
Richmond
River Dogs, and we're going to have a go off the draw.
Bring that.
It'll be Lewis and Goody in the Richmond zone right outside the near face-off circle. Tied up Lewis with a series of rights to Goody's head. Another right from Lewis to the back of Goody's head. Now Lewis tied up. Goody tries to come in with an uppercut. Lewis firing. Goody missing with an uppercut.
Good fight.
A couple of shots to the back of Goody's head. Goody still firing away. So is Lewis. Now Goody comes in with some rights on Lewis's face. Lewis stumbling a bit. Goody regains his footing. Lewis gets the takedown. And the linesman will come in to separate the two over at the red line and across the length of the ice. Meanwhile, Barnes and Keeler continue to yell at each other, and they're going to drop the gloves at center ice.
Right,
Barnes
gotta
and
love
Keeler
it.
fight with 1:41 left in the period. Keeler and Barnes just throwing bombs at each other right now. Barnes with a series of lefts on the head of Keeler. Keeler fighting to stay up. Keeler gets it right, and now Barnes connects with another couple lefts, pulls Keeler's sweater over his head, and he is pummeling on Greg Keeler as the linesman comes in to save Keeler from a bloody beatdown here at the DIA. It is going to be Mike Wolf and John Morasti. They didn't go the first.
Morasti again. He's always in there. Wingfield's the baddest dude on the team. Morasti is such a 1A. Wingfield's 1, Morassi's 1A. These guys are badass.
First time out in Richmond in late October. They're squaring off right now with center ice. Wolf has a huge size advantage. They square off right in the center circle. That's Morasti looking to find a way in on the big 6'5" Wolf. Now they tangle.
See when Morasti get in there and took Wolf's size advantage away. He's not standing letting him get his reach on him. He pulled in there. McGrasty pulled in there, got in close, took his size advantage away.
As they both grab jerseys right now, Morasti connecting with a right. Wolf gets a big left in on Morasti, who pops right back up. They try to get lefts in. Wolf gets an uppercut now, a couple of rights to the side of Morasti's head. Morasti gets a right in on Wolf. Now Morasti trying to pull Wolf down. Wolf can...
Another thing, Trash has fought so much that the announcers can immediately go from hockey announcers to MMA fighting announcers, boxing announcers. Listen to the way the announcers are talking. They're talking like they're calling a fight. If you were blind and couldn't see, you would think you were actually at a real boxing match. Listen to the way the announcers are talking. They've been trained by the Trasher Games to learn how to also call boxing matches.
Morasti gets a right in on Wolf. Now Morasti trying to pull Wolf down. Wolf connects with a couple of rights. Morasti missing on a right now, connects with one. And a big right from Morasti nails Wolf. Gets him with a couple to the back of the head, and the linesman will come in and separate.
See what I mean? Sounded like a boxing match. The announcers had to evolve into following Trasher Hockey. That's what they had to do.
Separate the two. And that first big right before that three-punch combination really seemed to stun Mike Wolf. Full night of games here in the United Hockey League. As we're going to have another fight out of the box comes Morasti and Wolf. And they're going to drop him again.
These are the same two guys, same game, came out of the penalty box together, and they went right back at it. Respect.
And they're at center ice. They square off right now. Round two of these two big guys in the first period. And they tangle up. Wolf and Morasti throwing bombs right now. Wolf connecting with a couple of shots. Morasti getting a few in. Right to the face from Morasti hitting Wolf. Both sides just throwing bombs and a takedown with Morasti.
Oh, what a left! No one expects the left. That's what gives Southpaws such an advantage.
Right to the face from Morasti, hitting Wolf.
Boom!
Both sides just throwing bombs and a takedown by Morasti. He stunned Wolf and gets the TKO. So the second time in this one, Morasti getting the decision. Waved out of the circle now. Goupel will come in and take the draw for Danbury, and Richmond wins the faceoff. Here is Owens, and we're going to have a fight. Matt Goody and Brad Wingfield. So Winger back in the Trasher lineup. They're at center ice right now. Goody was in Port Huron last season. He's a pretty tough customer. At the red line, they clutch. Goody missing on a right to Winger's head. And now Goody trying to get a right in. Winger with some big lefts on the head of Matt Goody.
You notice now, I don't know if these guys are traditionally Southpaws, but McGrasty and Wingfield, they're throwing a lot of bombs from their left. So I'm assuming they're Southpaws. That gives such an advantage. Such an advantage. Are you guys enjoying this? This is freaking phenomenal. I wish this team was still around. I'd drive up to Danbury, not too far from New York, and I would be at these games. Section 102.
Goody coming back with a couple of rights. Now Winger comes in with an overhand right. Both men are punching hard. Winger gets the takedown. As Goody tried to pull Winger's sweater over last second. Goody pops up, wants to keep on going with Wingfield, but they'll both go to the box for fighting at the 2:08 mark of the first period. Round 3, Goody and Wingfield off the draw. Their night will...
You heard that? Round 3, Goody and Wingfield. Guys would go at it apparently with each other over and over. Like we saw with McGrasty and Wolf. They went at it twice same game. Look at these guys, man. Respect, man, because you keep going at it.
And as soon as this fight ends. They're at the center circle right now. Wingfield and Goody tie up. Winger now separates, stumbles a bit. Goody waits for Winger to pop back up. Goody trying to get his left elbow pad off. Finally does. They continue to circle at center. Now Goody takes the right elbow pad off.
They're breaking it down. They're ready to bring it.
Stripping down here in the neutral zone. Winger just takes off the right pad. Now they tangle up. Goody and Wingfield connect with right takedown on a punch by Winger, but Goody pops right back up. So the fight continues. Wingfield connecting with another right. Now big uppercut, a series of rights to the back of Goody's.
By the way, so much for my Southpaw theory, because Wingfield in this one's throwing a lot of rights.
Goody getting pummeled, but he's able to return fire with a couple of himself. And now Wingfield gets another couple to the back of Goody's head. He begs for mercy.
And I'm not being biased because I'm a Trasher fan, but he wanted nothing more. He stopped. He stopped. Watch. Watch Goody.
And now Wingfield gets another couple to the back of Goody's head. He begs for mercy. He's bleeding. And Winger gets the best of that one. A bloodied Matt Goody will head back to the dressing room. And Brad Wingfield's night is done. He takes out Goody in the third round. Danbury over the Adirondack line. In the left wing corner, Morasti pins down Mizarek, and it will be a penalty against Morasti.
Good hit by Morasti. Good hit.
Push and shove with Benefield, looking for them to drop the gloves. Morasti drops them, and he goes after Blue Benefield. Benefield finally drops him, takes off his helmet, and now they're going in the frostbite zone. Benefield and John Morasti. Well, Morasti was going to the box anyway, figured he'd get 5 more. They're tangled up right now. Benefield got a little bit of a jersey punch in on Morasti. Morasti connects with a couple of rights to the head.
He's got him stumbling.
Morasti looking.
Look at Morasti, he had his legs buckling. He had that dude's legs buckling.
He'd get 5 more. They're tangled up right now. Benefield got a little bit of a jersey punch in on Morasti.
Look at his legs.
Morasti connects with a couple of rights to the head. Benefield is off balance. Morasti looking to get some more in. Now Benefield connecting with a couple of rights as they're throwing bombs in the frostbite end right now. Morasti and Benefield tangled up. Both of them holding each other by their sweaters. Morasti and Benefield both miss with rights. As they're slowing up a little bit, the linesmen looking in, trying to break them up. They finally do.
Wanted no part of
pushing and shoving. Then it drops the gloves, and they're going to have a go in the near corner. And right now,
look at this one.
Donnie Grover with a
takedown. Oh my God!
And he's pummeling Bennett right now. Donnie Grover dropping the gloves in Trasher Town, and the linesman has to separate him. He'll go home. There you go.
Why are you rooting for Saints? We root for Endora.
Woo! Get him, Endora! Get him! It's former NHL right there. He's an enforcer in the NHL room in the door. Come on! That's it!
Oh, with that headbutt?
Another tough guy on the freaking Trashers. that's not Wingfield. Let's put my glasses on. Oh! That's weird. Oh, he's crushing him. Boom! Yes! Yes! What a hit! What a hit! Watch the left come in. Boom! See ya! Did I mention how fire that jersey is? I want that jersey. Look at that. This is freaking awesome. That sells. And these announcers aren't as schooled as the regular announcers. These announcers aren't calling a fight. That's Wingfield right there. I'll do it. Wingfield taking blows as he usually does. Now he's freaking grabbing on, throwing lefts. Wingfield absorbs all the blows. He doesn't care what you bring at him. He's tough. He takes it. He brings it right back. Get on him, Wingfield. Let's go. Trasher hockey. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Look, that dude was holding on to Wingfield. He wanted no part of him. Look, push comes to shove, you're going to get dropped by Wingfield anyway. See, the dude's name is what, Pace? He was holding on to Wingfield. He wanted no part of the punches. No part of it. No part of it. So he's holding on for dear life. Look at him, trying to hold on until he breaks that down. And look, we're just going to bring it this way then. No problem. Guys, this, again, it's on Netflix. I don't know the whole name offhand. It's like Untold Stories of Danbury Trashers, Untold Crime and Punishment, Danbury Trashers. Somewhere along those lines, it's on Netflix. Whatever the case, you gotta watch it to see a lot of these backstories, especially the Brad Wingfield, Josh Elzinga match. Remember, Josh Elzinga is dirty. He took a cheap shot that broke Wingfield's leg. Be a man, stand up and fight him. As we saw in the opening fight, Elzinga honestly face-to-face, like most guys that throw sucker punches. Those guys never want to face somebody face-to-face because they ain't man enough to do it. That's why he was so scared of Wingfield, and that was the anger. As you heard the announcer say, 367 days, Wingfield had to rehab, and get back on the ice, and pay back the man that took him down and tried to ruin his career. Shout out to Wingfield. Anyway, Danbury Trashers team. What a concept. What a rip-roaring 04 to 06 that they had. Getting professional hockey players on the team, getting rough enforcers on the team, and playing winning hockey, and get to a finals in that short amount of time. They've done it all, so this team might have been painted as, oh, they were just a dirty team, or they didn't really play real hockey. Yes, they did play real hockey. You don't get to the finals with a bunch of enforcers only. No, you have goal scorers. You have guys that can play the game. And you have guys that can enforce the game. The Danbury Trashers. I hope there's another team that comes around like this again. I hope there's another team that the Galantes put together and bring around a team like a Danbury Trashers again. I would be at those games. I would be around whatever Section 102 or whatever section it would be at the time in the future. Because I want to be at something that those guys are running. I want to be at a game like the freaking Trashers. I would be a diehard fan. I already am a fan, and I missed the time frame of them doing this stuff. What a great documentary. What a great video here. Again, I'm going to drop the link down in the comments below so you can watch this without me yammering away. Danbury Trashers. Again, guys, if anybody knows how I can get my hands on a Trashers jersey, large preferably, extra large. That's what I need, extra large. That's what I need. Guys, if you could find that for me, that would be incredible. Let me know in the comments below. Shout out to James and AJ Galante for bringing such fun and fire to a team that, even though it wasn't around for a long time, very exciting to watch. I wish I could have been knowingly enough to know about this team back then. I would have been at those games. I'm Johnny Basement. Please subscribe, bell notice, like button, drop some comments. See me on the next video. I am out.